Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and here's a new headline from Crypto Newsflash. Ripple manager reveals the company's efforts and partners in India. And part of what they end up talking about in here is, well, certainly expansion efforts, finding success. Also, this particular Ripple manager, he does talk about the topic of the SEC versus Ripple, and so anytime I can hear anything, even if it's just a little bit from somebody at Ripple on this topic, it's always interesting. But then there's also this headline from A&B Crypto titled, "How Affected Were XRP's Volumes After the SEC's Lawsuit Against Ripple?" And I've been talking a fair bit about volume of late, and there is something in here they put that they wrote that it's incorrect, and so I'm going to go ahead and fix the mistake that they made here. And I don't get the sense that it was intentional, but they did write something incorrect, because it's just this idea of, as Ripple's expanding, growing RippleNet, you're actually seeing, like, there's already data indicating that XRP volume is down substantially, and that's a misrepresentation, again, I suspect by accident, of what's actually going on here. So I will clear the air here. But I do want to be clear, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast in the world of crypto and a member of the XRP community, and I run this YouTube channel because it is my most favorite hobby that I've ever had, but that is all that it is. If you would please ever so delicately tap the like button, I'd appreciate the support. Just a little delicate, frilly tap will do. No smashing the like button, only dorks smash the like button, and I get the sense that you, my friend, are super cool. Now, since I gave you that very thoughtful and considerate compliment, why don't you go ahead and return the favor by subscribing to the Moon Lambo channel, which is, by the way, the Moon Lamboest of all channels on the YouTubes. Yep. I don't know what the hell that means, but I insist it's true. All right, into this piece now. Ripple's managing director for South Asia and the MENA region, Navin Gupta, gave an interview to news portal Tech Circle and spoke about Ripple's growth in India and the most important issue in 2021. The San Francisco-based company has been trying to expand in India since 2018 and has entered into a number of partnerships for this purpose. These include partnerships with Kotak Mahindra Bank, Federal Bank, and IndusInd Bank, the report clarifies. The country is one of the most attractive for Ripple in Asia in terms of sending and receiving remittances, with a banking system that charges its users up to 7% of the total transaction value to be processed days later. Ripple solutions can be of immense benefit to people inside and outside the country. Gupta said the following. Here's a quote. In 2019 alone, India received $79 billion in remittances, which is higher than China. Almost 35 million Indians are living abroad and regularly sending money. These transactions are of lower ticket sizes, like $500 to $1,000. And so part of the reason that Ripple's been having trouble getting this corridor developed is because, frankly, the government over there, it's just been going back and forth of, it's like they're bipolar or something. Like, today today cryptos are okay. The next day, if you hold crypto, you were going to jail forever. Like I know I'm overstating a little bit just for the fun of it, but it's not horrendous. The narrative, like the idea there, is not horrendously far from the truth. Different people within the government want different things. And so you'll see positive headlines. Oh, it looks like everything's going to be okay. And then it's doomsday scenario for the cryptocurrency asset class in general. And so I'm an optimist, and I certainly suspect that in the end, level heads will prevail. But this is another instance where there's not sufficient regulatory clarity. And it's actually even worse than the United States, if you can believe that. Seriously, it's actually worse. But Ripple demands clear rules, right? So check out this. The Securities and Exchange Commission's lawsuit against Ripple and some of its executives is one of the defining issues in the crypto market. Even though the situation in India is somewhat different, the fate of Ripple and the XRP token there also depends on the verdict of a court. Although Ripple is not involved in any litigation in India, it is in constant talks with regulators and lawmakers. Ripple has been trying to promote a legal framework and measures that will benefit the country and its citizens, Gupta said. And so here's another quote from him. Regulators need to make up their minds. We have been in continuous discussions with them. First, they need to decide which body will lead the cryptocurrency policy. Will it be RBI or SEBI? Once the lead regulator is decided, there can be public and industry consultation. Now, that part, I gotta admit, it kind of sounds like what's happening within the United States, because you have multiple departments on a federal level taking charge over the cryptocurrency asset class. And I'm not saying it can't be the case that you can have multiple departments within the United States on a federal level working in tandem. The way that it is right now, it's such a free-for-all that it seems as though all these departments are just doing their best to assert dominance so that they have power over regulation of the cryptocurrency asset class. And so it seems to me, at least within the United States, you just need more regulatory clarity from Congress first, and then it would be less of an S-word show. And look, see how nice I am. I censor myself because there could be children in the background. It's for the wee ones. You are welcome, parents. Anyway, effective regulation must first make a distinction between the different types of digital assets that consumers have access to. Does this sound familiar? This is one of the central issues in the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple, and is an issue that the company has been asking for clarification on for years. And here's another quote. Also, clarification on the taxonomy of crypto, digital assets, and blockchain is needed. Some countries, like Malaysia, terms digital assets as commodities. If India follows a similar method, then it will fall under SEBI. If it is a payment instrument or currency, it falls under RBI. And so, that it would be a shame if they can't figure this out, and I think they will. I think it's just going to be messy because this is, when you think about crypto and blockchain, that's a new animal that didn't exist until about 12 years ago. And it'd be a shame if they don't figure this out, because then this would be one end of what could be multiple corridors that will never get to benefit from a reduction in friction. We're talking about really, on a fundamental level, helping people that really could use the monetary help. And so it would reduce costs. And not just that, since it reduces friction in a general sense, you're talking about functionally moving money across borders effectively in real time. You're talking about the XRP ledger that settles in 3 to 5 seconds typically. And then other than that, it's just local rail. So it depends on how efficient the local rails are. But hell, even if it's 2 or 3 minutes, that's effectively real time. It really is. I mean, isn't that better than 3, 4, 5 days, which has been rather commonplace for most of the last 50 years, if not longer? That's a tremendous increase. And the additional utility, like even if you had better local rails, even if the whole thing went down in 1 second, I don't know that you're going to get as much of a material benefit, by going from like 4 days to 2 minutes as you'd get from going from 2 minutes to 1 second. Like even if you can pull that off somehow magically one day, I don't think that matters. Which is also one of the reasons that I state once XRP becomes the standard and it's in place and there's sufficient liquidity in corridors the world over, it's going to be hard to supplant that. It really would be super difficult to supplant that with any other crypto or new technology or anything along those lines. Now, as far as the volume, because I do want to at least briefly mention this is a piece from AMB Crypto, how affected were XRP's volumes after the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple? Now, I did talk about this in some amount of detail the other day because they're pulling data from Ripple's Q4 XRP markets report, but I didn't like part of what they wrote here. I think, where did I want to jump in? It might have been right around here. I'll just start here. This might have been it. According to the XRP market report for Q4 of 2020 released by Ripple, delisting activity significantly hampered trading in the XRP market, with the same revealing that XRP volumes worth nearly $58 million were impacted. Going further, if the losses are calculated by combining the complete deplatforming and partial restrictions, the trading volume was impacted by $200 million. Given CCTT's average daily volume of $1.6 billion, it can be calculated that XRP's volumes fell by 12.49% in the last quarter, as per the said report. And CCTT, I believe that stands for Crypto Compare Top Tier. I think that's in my Moon Lambo brain at this point. I apologize if that's incorrect, but it's an entity that helps with tracking real crypto flows. And so really the benchmark has been set by CCTT, at least in Ripple's eyes, for, I can't remember how long. I don't remember if it was at some point in the last 12 months, but they stopped pulling data as much from, places like CoinMarketCap for a number of reasons. It's outside the scope of this video, but the data that was being widely accepted within the world of crypto, not so accurate. And CCTT, certainly in Ripple's eyes, tracks data more effectively, efficiently, accurately, all that. But what they wrote here in this piece is that XRP's volume fell by 12.49% in the last quarter, as per said the report. That's not what the report said. It wrote here, you can see estimate of total impacted volumes, but that was not for Q4. They're estimating based on the moment, the snapshot in time when they wrote that, what would have effectively been impacted by this. And yeah, fine. And I reported this on the channel already, 12.49%. But it doesn't mean that the quarter was down that much. And actually, it'll be interesting to see. Will volume in Q1 2021 be down? And if so, will it be in the neighborhood of 12.49%? Maybe. I'm not convinced, though. It could be, but I'm not convinced. Because what we're seeing is the crypto asset class in a bull market. I've highlighted in recent videos the degree to which all sorts of new individuals are creating XRP accounts. There are a lot of metrics that you can track from a technical analysis perspective that would lead one to think that things are bullish. And so with things heating up in crypto in general, even with a reduced trading in the United States, and we're at that point now, there's only a few cryptocurrency exchanges in the United States where you can buy or sell XRP. Fine, we've already taken the hit. So the rest of the world, though, they're still trading it, They absolutely still are. And so if that's going to be on the upswing, could it end up being the case over this quarter that we end up seeing a net increase in global trading? And actually, even within the United States, I think that the United States, if you just look at that, more likely than not, USA will be down. That'd be my guess. But if there's some sort of tremendous bull run over that time period, there could be such volume that maybe not. I don't know. I'm not convinced that's going to happen over that time period. But at some point, I think XRP will take off, which is not financial advice. I don't know for sure, and I understand. I fully get that. I could be wrong about what I think and hope will happen in terms of XRP price appreciation. It could go to zero. I just don't believe that. I just don't. I am Mr. XRP bull for a reason here. And so maybe it's more likely that XRP does what it's done over other market cycles, including the last one, which is it was among the last cryptocurrencies to pump, but it pumped just about the hardest. From top to bottom, in terms of that market cycle, 60 to 70,000% up. It was insane. So we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know for sure, but I'm not necessarily convinced that it's actually going to be down, despite that amount of trading effectively just being decimated here. But I don't know. It's an interesting time to be in the world of crypto here. Even if so, though, even if the volume is down in the next Ripple, Ripple reports, and in the next report to be the Q1 2021 report. Even if I'll just be like, okay, it's not something where I'm like, oh my god, it's a scary bad metric. No, it'd be pretty clear that this had a tremendous impact. But once there's sufficient regulatory clarity, I think that all these exchanges that have halted or delisted XRP, they're going to come crawling back. Because why wouldn't they want to make money on the buying and selling of XRP? These are businesses, mind you. They didn't want to halt the trading of XRP. They felt like they were forced to by the SEC because it was, from a legal perspective, the most prudent thing to do, perhaps the safest thing to do. And so if you want to protect your business and your livelihood and your employees, well, I get it. I don't fault any of them for it. I blame the SEC personally. But I'll go ahead and wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.